So I left Salou 10 o'clock in the morning and I'm heading down towards Valencia, and it's about a 4-hour drive when I get there. So, mountains in front, sea is over on the left, and let's do some driving. And in fact, here I am. I was stopped for a sandwich. I'm halfway down to Alicante and I'm talking to my son David on WhatsApp, who's driving to London. So how exciting is that? So I'm
I made it into the vlog.
We're in the vlog, man. You'll be famous. I arrived in Calpe yesterday. Calpe is a town 24 kilometers north of Benidorm. I see a bunch of people there in a train going off to have a look around, and at the very back there are 4 people there jammed in like they're in a tin of sardines. So I don't think I would really like to be aboard that bus at the moment. Yeah, so looking at the menu, some things are cheaper than up north near Barcelona, and otherwise some things are very similar. I mean, for example, something that I love here, which is gambas al ajillo. You know, okay, it's 15 euros. It's no different to Barcelona. And here comes the train. Crowd, jam full of people. Tuesday morning, 14th of June. I'm in Calpe, 24 kilometers north of Benidorm. Calpe is famous for that big huge rock there in the distance. And here the first sign of unfriendliness is that they don't allow bicycles along the front, and that presumably includes scooters to go along here, which maybe keeps it nice and clean but takes the fun out of living. So that's a bit disappointing. Otherwise, you know, it's your typical big black hotel there in the distance, apartments all over the place. The town is full of estate agents trying to flog you property. But that's normal for this part of the world. The weather is gorgeous, beautiful hot day, and it's only 10:30 in the morning. So I'm on the tram from Calpe to Benidorm. Got the scooter with me there. There's a ticket machine here. You need to be a fucking rocket scientist to figure out how this ticket machine works, even when you bring up the language in English. I managed to get it at the very end, and I suppose Calpe to Benidorm for €2.50 is not bad. So I'm down in Benidorm. I got off the tram up the hill there, and this place is huge and really confusing. Little streets everywhere. So I'm tired, and I've decided to stop off here with my scooter, and I'm going to have a bit of food and sit down.
Listen to me.
So I think my experience in Benidorm today is going to be limited to having one of those babies there, gambas al ajillo, and a large beer, and then trying to find my way down to the beach, which should be straight ahead of me down there, have a swim, and then get my ass back up to the tram station and get the tram back to Calpe. That's the plan anyway. Half an hour on a hot sticky tram from Calpe to Benidorm. The place is jammed with tourists here. However, my reward is a gambas al ajillo that looks like a bit of mayonnaise, a bit of bread, and a beer, which I'm now going to have for my lunch. So I found the beachfront in Benidorm. This is going to start sounding like a travelogue, but I mean, I'm down here. I may as well show you the beach. So there's this is Benidorm Beach. Famous. I've heard of Benidorm years ago as being an enclave of lager louts. Now perhaps it is, although in honesty I don't see any lager louts about at the moment, but perhaps they're all sleeping off their hangovers from last night and they'll be out later. Every night they'll start their day. I'm going to go for a swim there now shortly, work off the beer I had for lunch, and then I'll get the tram back to back down the coast there to Calpe. Yeah, so at first Benidorm, it's a bit daunting, but then you know, all the people around is actually not a bad thing. And I'm having one of these babies here, little ice cream, before I head back to Calpe and the tram. And yeah, I had a nice swim, so there. Okay, so this is absolute bullshit. I mean, that sign for the dogs, it should be down here somewhere so the dogs can actually read it. So I'm here in Benidorm. I decided to come here for 2 nights, see what the place is like. Checked into my campsite, and just behind there I just came across a large nest of lager louts. I've never seen anything like it in my life. So I steered well clear of it. Jesus almighty. Otherwise the beach is nice. I'm going to go in there after a bit of lunch, and I sort of made a decision earlier today, and I've been thinking about this for quite some time, and I've decided that I'm going to take the 2 dogs, Bailey and Brandy, with me sometime around mid-August, because they're not doing very well in an apartment on the 2nd floor, and I think they miss me actually, and we were going to find a home for them. And then I thought, well, hang on a minute, family is family, and you just cannot give away family. And also, if I eventually go up to that big kennel up in the sky, Brandy and Bailey might be waiting for me, and they will not be happy that I have found a home for them. So for better or worse, I'm going to take them along, and we'll see if they enjoy the adventure. I spent my last day in Benidorm down on the beach. It was roasting hot. Now I know there's a heat wave all over Europe at the moment, mid-June. But I can tell you, because I closed the van up during the day because I'm not in it, and the temperature inside the van goes up to about 40 degrees. So when I got back, I mean, I had to open every window in the place to try and cool it down. You can see I've opened everything, every door, etc. And the temperature, I have a gauge over there, the temperature is still, it says 35 degrees inside. So you know, by the time I go to sleep later on, I think it should come down to maybe about 24 or something, and that's bearable. But you couldn't stay in the van during the day at the moment. It's just too hot.